Welcome everyone to Kretekkk First, and my name is Adria, self-proclaimed as a professional smoker who has spent years searching one simple thing: enjoyment. Okay. Some people collect watches, some chase culinary experience, others travel across the world cities looking for new experience or adventures. I search for moment of peace hidden between the noise of everyday life, accompanied by a cup of coffee and Kretekkk, remembering words. Kretekkk First is a personal journey dedicated to reviewing Kretekkk cigarettes from various brand and background. This project is not about encouraging young guys to smoking, nor is it about finding the strongest cigarette available. Instead, it's an attempt to discover the most enjoyable Kretekkk based on three essential factors: price, taste, and vibe. For this first episode, there's four contenders enter the arena. Each project will be evaluated fairly using the same criteria. For the first challenger for this lineup is Lakman Kretekkk. The position itself is more premium project, which naturally raises expectation before the package is even opened. While the tobacco quality feels decent and the presentation looks polished, the smoking experience itself left me wanting, how can I say, wanting more. And the flavor is surprisingly forgettable, lacking of the boldness and the uniqueness or complexity that you expected from this cigarette in this price race. It feels overly safe, almost as it's trying so hard to appeal to everyone that ends up standing out to no one. After finishing several sticks, I struggled to identify the defining characteristic that would make me choose it over a cheaper alternative, considering the higher price tag. The value itself, it's easily simple. There is no, for me, it's not bad, but it's just like, personally, I will enjoy it with less money. And for my final score for this cigarette is quite low. It's just 2.9 out of 5. The second contenders that will be appears in this lineup is Tujuna Manga. Waste no time introducing itself even before the light ends up. The mango aroma is already noticeable, and once the cigarette is burning, fruity sweetness is become the star of the show. At first, it's refreshing chance from the typical Kretekkk experience and genuinely fun. How can I say fun to smoke? This feels like a perfect cigarette for a weekend, hangs out, roadside, coffee stops, and a long conversation with friends. The aroma alone grabbed attention from people nearby. That said, after several sticks, the mango flavor can start feeling repetitive, and sometimes it overshadows the tobacco rather than, how can I say, complementing it. It's definitely unique and enjoyable, but for me, it works better and as an occasional threat, treat than an everyday companion. And for my final score for this cigarette is quite high, is 4.0 out of 5. The third lineup for today is Tujunamanga. The moment I light up this cigarette, the sweetness is immediately stood up. But instead of being over sugary or artificial, it feels like a tea that leave plenty of room for the tobacco and clove to shine. The smoke is also smooth, easy on the throat, and incredibly enjoyable from the start to finish. This is kind of cigarette that fit almost in any situation, like morning coffee, waiting work to finish, late night conversation, or simply sitting alone watching the world go by. It has clearly its identity, consistent flavor, and almost impersonally, it keeps making you reach for another chicks or stick or anything you want. Considering the price point, it's honestly hard to find a better all-around package. And for my final score, I think it's a huge number. It's 4.8 out of 5. For the last cigarette for this lineup is Kretekkk. It's one of those cigarettes that gets the job done, but not much than that. The tobacco and clove profile is very traditional, which might appeal to a long-time Kretekkk smoker, but unfortunately, it lacks of the depth and character needed to stay memorable. Let's say like that. The flavor itself start to off decent enough and yet quickly become flat and predictable after few puff. There is nothing particularly unpleasant about it, but there is also nothing that really exciting about this. The smoke can feel a little rough compared to another option in this lineup, and the overall experience never really evolves from beginning to the end. It works if you are really simply looking for inexpensive cigarette, but beyond its affordability, there isn't much that makes me want to come back in this cigarette. And for my final score, yeah, it will be 3.4 out of 5. And yeah, that's all for today's Kretekkk First. On the winner. And today's lineup is Juara Kretekkk. Teh Manis. It's really interesting product. It will makes you happy when you smoke it over and over and over again. Maybe there is just a little bit portion of today. We'll see you in another Kretekkk First episode. Ciao.